This is my hero, a real man, a real hero, Alex Jones. And I believe in everything he says, except when he says to talk to a tyrant. Well, that's his opinion, and we all have our own opinions. Okay, I follow Rush and believe a lot of what Rush Limbaugh says, but I don't believe him on global warming. I believe it's getting hotter. Okay, this is Alex Jones, a great person, a very great commentator in this new revolution. He has his opinion, and I respect his opinion, but my opinion as a commentator and a journalist is I say it's time to raise arms. Also, as a national security advisor, I say it's way past time to raise arms. I was talking about raising arms 20 years ago. Also, before Occupy started, I was talking with the General National Security Council, saying that our next big problem is going to be a lot of people are going to go crazy. Okay? And then what happened with that was, well, then you had Occupy. And that gets back to something 20 years ago. I was saying I'd get out there and join a revolution. Except there isn't one happening. I have to wait 20 years for a revolution. Then 20 years later, this is how it is. This is how the world is. I'm going to have to wait, because if I went out alone, I'd be a lone gunman, right? Well, now you're not a lone gunman going out there. Right now you're with a bunch of brothers and patriots that know who the thugs are. And I'm a journalist. I don't carry a gun, but they sure beat me up, and they beat my wife up, and they wouldn't let my daughter, they wouldn't let my wife roll down the window for my daughter in the back seat. A sweet little girl was refused. They says, no, we're investigating you. We didn't break any crimes, but we're under investigation. And after the first batch of police came and told her we can't roll down the window because we're worried about the protection of the police officer. Is that's what they're concerned about. So I don't think that talking to the people is going to say, hey, let's talk to these people and say, hey, do you know it's bad to run a dog into a crowd? Do you know it's bad to twist a lady's arm when she's just trying to take her picture when you're beating her husband up on the side of the highway? Or that it's wrong to leave a little girl in the backseat of a car with the windows rolled up for a long period of time? The parents did what? What is the criminal action the parents did? They created doctors. They homeschooled doctors. They've been put up for a presidential award by Susan Collins. And these people are the ones you're beating up on the side of the highway? Aren't these people the experts on rampage shootings? And you're beating these people up on the side of the highway, and then our biggest commentator, our greatest man says, you know what, let's just talk to them. Let's try to convince them they're evil and help them turn away from being evil because they don't know right from wrong. See, the thing is, the pigs, these incompetent scumbags, I'm not talking about the pigs right now. I'm talking about the scumbag thugs. These thugs know what they're doing wrong. You can tell me they don't know they're doing wrong? We got to convince them, hey, you're doing something wrong. Do you think Robin Hood said, hey, let's go ask the sheriff of Nottingham, you know, he's beating the peasants for their money like they're taxing women and children in poverty today. Women and children in poverty that have no money have to pay taxes. And you're going to stand back and say, oh, let's try to reason and talk with them. The courts won't listen to the women and children in poverty. They're saying we don't want to pay the taxes. They're saying it's the rules. And the Constitution says there will be no cruel and unusual punishment. And isn't taking money from women and children in poverty cruel and unusual punishment? And then you're not only that, you're beating them, you're fondling them, feeling them up for their own safety. For their own safety, you're feeling them up. Well, what was the little girl not allowed to have the window rolled down for? That was, you clearly stated, was for the safety of the officer, not the 8-year-old little girl in the back of the seat. So I can't see anybody who would be stupid enough to say, let's talk to these. Oh, excuse my language, we'll edit that out. But I will not sit back and say, hey, yeah, let's talk to the Are you serious? It's time to raise arms. It's been over 20 years past time to raise arms. Get a gun, learn how to build a device to take out as many of them as you can. I don't care what you're building, I don't care where you do. Take a pack of matches, whatever you got to do. It's time to raise arms. As a national security advisor, I'm telling you, they are going to kill you if you don't kill them first. And as a journalist, I'm saying you're a hero. And as a victim of the police state, I'm saying you are a patriot and a hero to stand up to these thugs and put a bullet in their miserable scum head. And if you don't, you're a fucking coward.